Think all laws make sense? Think again. Around the world, some laws are so bizarre you'd think they were made up after a bad dream. From chewing gum crimes to mandatory smiling, these laws will leave you wondering, what were they thinking? Stick around, because number 7 is going to blow your mind.
Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing content like this.
Imagine being arrested for chewing gum. Well, in Singapore, that's not just a nightmare. It's the law. Since 1992, selling or importing chewing gum is completely banned. Why? Because people kept sticking gum on subway doors and sidewalks, costing the city thousands in cleanup fees. If you're caught smuggling gum, you could face a fine of up to $100,000 and 2 years in jail. Now that's one expensive bubble.
Finally, some relief for this dry mouth.
I'm gonna have to take that.
Hey, what the?
In most countries, falling asleep at work gets you fired. But in Japan, it gets you respect. Yep, in Japan, sleeping on the job, known as inamurei, is seen as a sign that you're working so hard that you're literally passing out from exhaustion.
Look at Haruki. He's working so hard.
He must be exhausted, a true sign of dedication.
So next time your boss catches you napping, just tell them you're dedicated to the grind.
Should I?
Don't worry about Sato-san. He's earned his rest. He's been burning the midnight oil for weeks on this project.
Forgetting your wife's birthday is bad, but in Samoa, it's literally illegal. Husbands who forget face fines or even forced public apologies. So fellas, if you live in Samoa, set a reminder now or face the consequences.
Oh no,
What was that, Tavita?
just admiring your beautiful hair.
Today is the 15th, isn't it?
The 15th? Of course, a very important day. For, coconuts.
Tavita,
Yes?
it seems you've forgotten something rather important.
In Milan, Italy, it's illegal to be grumpy in public. There's an old law that requires people to smile at all times, unless they're at a hospital or a funeral.
Signore, you are in violation of Article 34, Paragraph B of the Public Decorum Act. Smiling is mandatory in public spaces.
Tutti idioti.
Signore, is there a problem?
Yes, there's a problem. This coffee is terrible, and everyone out there looks like they're about to explode from smiling so much.
Smiling is mandatory in public spaces.
Mandatory? That's insane.
I'm afraid I must issue you a fine.
This is ridiculous. I'm having a bad day.
Have a pleasant day, Signore, and try to smile like you mean it.
Ever wanted to feed pigeons in Venice? Don't. It's actually illegal to feed them in St. Mark's Square. The reason? Too many pigeons. Yos, too much. You know, pigeon poop. And if you get caught tossing breadcrumbs, expect a fine of up to 700.
Oh, look at all the birdies.
Signora, fermare.
Oh, hello, aren't they cute?
È illegale alimentare I piccioni. It is illegal to feed the pigeons.
Illegal, but they're hungry.
Too many pigeons, troppo, and pinches his nose, too much caca.
Oh, well, I didn't see the sign.
Ignorance is no excuse. I must issue a fine.
70 euros for feeding birds?
700 euros, Signora. 700.
This is going to make one heck of a souvenir.
Rue.
If you're in Switzerland and nature calls at night, you better think twice before flushing. Some apartment buildings have laws that ban toilet flushing after 10 p.m. because it's considered noise pollution.
So everything is in order. We're all set to register our son?
We're very excited.
The name?
Yes. Napoleon. It's a strong name, a classic name.
I'm afraid that is not permissible.
Not permissible? What do you mean?
Is there some mistake? We filled out all the paperwork?
There is no mistake. The name Napoleon is forbidden. It is protected, for historical reasons.
Protected? What are you talking about?
We just want to name our son Napoleon.
I understand, Monsieur, Madame. But it is simply not allowed. You must choose another name. France has many beautiful names.
This is absurd.
But we love the name Napoleon.
I am sorry. He already conquered the world once. He doesn't need any more help.
France bans certain baby names to preserve history. One of them? Napoleon. You cannot legally name your child after the famous emperor. Sorry, parents. Your kid will have to conquer the world with a different name. In Russia, driving a dirty car isn't just embarrassing, it's illegal. Authorities say it's to keep cities looking clean, but some say it's just a sneaky way to find drivers. If your car looks like a mud monster, expect to pay up. You might love Winnie the Pooh, but in some places in Poland he's banned. Why? Because the lovable bear doesn't wear pants. Officials deemed Pooh too inappropriate for children's playgrounds. So, Tigger's fine, but Pooh is too scandalous. Kids in Portugal, take note. Running in school hallways is illegal. Schools have rules that fine students for running indoors. So if you're late for class, better walk really, really fast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. In Japan, your waistline is the law. Under the Metabo law, people over 40 must have their waist measured every year. If you're over the limit, you could be ordered to take weight loss classes. Talk about strict fitness rules. If you love water fights, don't celebrate New Year's Eve in Cambodia. Water guns are banned during celebrations to prevent things from getting too wild. So, dry festivities only. In Scotland, walking your dog is fine, but walking your cow, that requires a permit. This old law was meant to stop cows from blocking roads, but believe it or not, it's still enforceable today. If you're out at night in some Canadian cities, don't whistle. Officials say it disturbs the peace, but some locals believe it was originally made to keep ghosts away. Spooky or just good manners? France is all about romance, except at train stations. Kissing was banned because couples took too long saying goodbye and delayed trains. So next time you're in France, keep your love off the tracks. Until recently, dancing past midnight was illegal in Japan unless the venue had a special permit. This law was meant to stop immoral behavior. But seriously, who knew dancing could be a crime? The law may have been repealed, but it's a reminder that even in modern times, some rules can seem downright strange. In Thailand, no alcohol can be sold on Election Day to ensure voters stay clear-headed before casting their ballots. No pre-vote partying here. In Barbados, civilians can't wear camouflage, only the military can, so if you pack camo pants for vacation, expect a fine. Speeding on Germany's Autobahn? Totally fine. Running out of gas? Illegal. Yep, if your car runs out of gas, you could face hefty fines. Why? Because stopping on the Autobahn is considered driver negligence. Moral of the story? Fill up your tank before you floor it. Switzerland takes animal welfare very seriously. So seriously that it's actually illegal to own just one guinea pig. Why? Because these adorable fluffballs get lonely and depressed if they don't have a friend. If you don't want to commit to 2 guinea pigs, don't worry. Switzerland has guinea pig rental services for when one of them passes away. Yep, guinea pig matchmaking is real. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing content like this.